Okay, fellas, listen up, please. Now, there's only two teams in baseball playing over 600 this season, and today we're playing the other one. Now, this could well be the World Series, so I want you to get out there, treat this like a playoff game. Actually, don't do that, because you'll definitely lose that way.
Go Cubs, go! Go Cubs, go! Hey Chicago, what do you say? The Cubs are gonna win today.
Hey guys, I'm Aussie Villain, and welcome back to the Chicago Cubs. It is Season 10, Episode 5, and today we are at the Oakland Athletics. We are the only two teams in baseball playing over 600. It is a massive game, and yeah, well, I'm looking forward to this one. Generally, I really excited for this game, so let's hope we can put on a good show. Now, one thing that quickly catch up on is we've had a few knocks, a few players in or out. Vlad is day-to-day for a week. It was a week and then got put back another week, so that's frustrating. Perez is day-to-day as well. Eldridge is day-to-day. Actually, Perez was a little bit more seriously injured, but he is actually fit, but I had to put him on the DL for a little bit longer than he was actually out for. It was like he would have missed 2 starts, so he won't actually miss a third start by being on the injured list for a little bit longer, but yeah, he's fit to come back. Anyway, you know what I mean. I hope anyway. So let's go and have a look at how we have been getting on. We're still flying. So we, of course, left off with this good win after the All-Star break. Now, unfortunately, the rest of the Pittsburgh series got cancelled. The games just weren't played, so that's disappointing. We then won 3 of 3 in Pittsburgh, so that's more like it. Miami came to town. We lost the first 2, which was frustrating, but we did win Game 3 here, 13-6. And that featured a De La Cruz grand slam in the 3rd. So we got most of our runs in the 3rd and the 6th, with the 3rd and the 8th, with 5 and 6 runs in each of those. If we have a look here, we can see lots and lots of hits. It was only really Ballesteros that missed out. And if you go and have a look at the pitching, wasn't actually a great day for the pitchers, but after Quintana, they didn't do too badly. And Eldridge quietly putting up an 8-0 season, which is happening under the radar, I have to say. So then we hosted Pittsburgh, we swept them, no problem at all. Miami, we went there, we won the first 2 games of this series, as you can see. If we flip over the page to August, and a bit of a run fest, but we did manage to sweep the series. But this run fest, what a day it was for Cooper Pratt. He went 5 for 6 with 4 RBIs. It was a very, very impressive display of hitting. And again, it was one of these days where most people got themselves on base at some point. It was just Garland really that didn't get a hit. But looks like he scored a run, so we got on base at some point. And yeah, again, for the pitchers, maybe not a great day for them, but they did enough. The bats got them out of any trouble they might have been in. So then we went to New York, we faced the Mets, we lost the first one, but won the next 2. St. Louis came to town, only won 2 of 4 against them, but we did manage, it was a really tight series, as you can see. We did manage 2 6-5 wins, so that was fine. San Diego came to town, we won 2 of 3 against them. We went to Cleveland, we lost 1 in extra inning, but then won the next 2 more comfortably. We went to Colorado, same sort of story. We won 2, lost 1 in extra inning, but in Game 3 of the series here, another run fest at 10-7. And another grand slam, this time for Khalil Watson. Now, he doesn't hit many home runs, never mind grand slams, so that was useful there in the 3rd. What inning was it? It was in the 8th, part of that 5-run inning. So yeah, that was in the end, actually, it was very important because it got us across the line. So there's everybody's numbers for this particular one. De La Cruz back up towards the top of the order, but letting me down on this particular occasion. And Ballesteros at the bottom there, not having a great day with the bat. And on the mound, Hayashi was in. He was in momentarily for somebody who was injured. It was an experiment to see what he could do, and the answer is not much. Basically, you see his ERA after 2 starts at almost 12. So we've sent him back to Iowa to have a think about things. Now, perhaps worryingly, we went to Oakland, and we've lost the first 2 games of a 3-game series, so we are very much playing as much for pride as anything else today, and we've lost our status as the best team in baseball during this series, and we are now second to them. But instead of being a game better, we're now a game worse, so we're hopefully going to level things up today. We can confirm that for you here. So we are 78 and 46. They are 78 and 45. So they are ever so slightly better than us. So yeah, that is that. We won 20 of 32 since I saw you last. If we look at some of the league leaders here, De La Cruz is up there for stolen bases. Namala's hit streak is still standing up, but that's about it. There's not, as I said many times, we're not a team of sort of an individual star necessarily, although we have lots and lots of good players. Yeah, they kind of all chip in, which is, I imagine, better than the other way around. Now, we have done a trade. The player that we got rid of was Asao Morimoto. Now, he was the Japanese catcher that we signed off of free agency we're not really going to need him, I don't think. He's 27. He's not really set AAA alight. He's a decent defensive catcher, but not. He's just average, isn't he? He's just an average catcher. So the White Sox came. They came to us. They wanted him, so I thought, sure. And this is what we got for him. So we got a 35-year-old Tony Santillan. Now, he is a free agent into this season, but they are retaining 100% of his wage, so he's not actually costing us anything. And that is an arm I don't mind having in the bullpen, I have to say. So, yeah, he has come in. He's a good teammate, so he's not going to cause any problems. And it just seemed like a sensible thing to do, so we did it. So these are everybody's stats in terms of pitches. Now, the one change that has happened is with Perez being injured, Santillan has actually come in for him. Now, these are going to be his numbers across the season, not just with us. So he's in the bullpen. We've got Gaston just filling in as a startup. He will probably make one, maybe two starts before. He might not even make a start before Perez comes back in. So he's just there, just filling in that position for now. And but yeah, generally speaking, you can see Levi Kelly's having a disappointing year, and as is the DJ. But everybody else is more or less on course. Even Gaston is bringing his ERA and all those sort of numbers back towards where they should be after a horrid start to the season for him, wasn't it, really? And if we look at the hitters, Vlad has got a knock, so he's not really playing right now. McQuaid is back in for Giordano, so he's fit and firing, which is brilliant. And again, everybody's numbers are moving up to where we would want them to be. Khalil Watson has actually dropped off a little bit, but he's still around that 300 mark, which is fine. And Vlad again has dropped below the 300 mark, but McQuaid's gone above it. And Dela Cruz, you can see he's bringing his season numbers up as well. So everything in terms of the bats, for the most part, is trending in the right direction. So, yeah, let's get out there and let's see what we can do and get a win against the A's. So this is our team. We're up against a left-handed pitcher, so that's why it's a little bit different to perhaps normal. So Cooper Pratt leads us off at second base. Garland bats second at first. Then we've got McQuaid in left field. Dela Cruz cleaning up for this one. Then we've got Bracefield DHing. Patterson in right field. Namala shortstopping. Ballesteros catching. And De Leon in center field. Jake Acree, the youngsters on the mound for us. He has a 6-4 record this season. He's first, let's not forget, in Major League Baseball. A 3.68 ERA and a whip of 156. Up against Jesus Larazzo. He has an 8.6 record, an ERA of 3.42, a whip of 112. So his numbers suggest he is slightly up this season, and the matchups are still just in our favor. And there's no real names I don't think that we recognize there, is there? So all things being equal on regular season form, this will be the World Series, but it never works out like that, does it? All right, so welcome to Oakland. I don't believe that we've played them before on camera. We've obviously played them before off camera. But they have been a weaker side for quite a while, so they're having a resurgence. I mean, the A's haven't been a good team since, like, what, 2012, 2010? As we start with Cooper Pratt getting a walk. Now, Cooper Pratt has never stolen a base in his career, so don't expect him to start now. Garland batting .245 this season, hits into a double play. Well, that could have gone better, couldn't it? So 2 down, none on, and it'll bring McQuaid to the plate, batting .303 this season, a 1-2 pitch, and McQuaid strikes out, and that will be that. Ricky Henderson field. Is that, I mean, I'm assuming Ricky Henderson played for the A's, but anyway, Waylon Willie comes in, batting .374 this season. That is insane. How many times has he batted? As he grounds it to Namala, and Acree will start us off with an out. Does it say there? At bats. He's batting .370 after 100 at-bats. That's insane. All right, Ramirez comes in for them now. He's batting .312, so he's not too bad either. A 1-2 pitch, and Acree ties him up. And that is 2 down for Smigelski, which is a great name. In a hot streak, batting .277. It's a 1-1 pitch. And it's a ground ball. Dela Cruz has it over to first. And that will do it for that. So hitless, scoreless, and all the things others, everything else is scoreless going into the second. And it's Dela Cruz to lead us off, batting .258 this season. A 1-1 pitch. And Dela Cruz continues his resurgence this season as the brainwashing the Indian guru gave him over the winter is fading away, I hope. And it is a leadoff double. So this will bring Bracefield up. Now, Bracefield is batting .285. He's on a 13-game on-base streak. And that is going to continue, I think, is it? No. It's floating up, and it is out. Runner will stay at second. bringing Patterson to the plate, batting 264. He is on a 9-game on-base streak. He strikes out on a 1-2 pitch. So that is now 2 down, and Namala steps in, batting 289. Another 1-2 pitch, and Namala strikes out as well, and we cannot take advantage of the leadoff double. Alright, Acree to face Osorio now, who's batting 251. You look at this A's team, and they must have just gone through a big rebuilding phase, mustn't they? And they've just got all the prospects and got together. This is going to be their time kind of thing. A 2-2 pitch, and Acree gets himself a strikeout. So that is 2 down with Santander to the plate, only batting 154. A 2-1 pitch. This will be the home run, won't it? And that is popped up into center field. De Leon is there, ends the inning, and we'll go and have a bat in the top of the third. It is Ballesteros batting 263 this season, a 3-1. Ballesteros into center field, gets himself a leadoff single. This will bring in De Leon. Now, De Leon is on a 9-game hit streak. He's batting 255 this season. He's also got his 250th career RBI since we saw him last, but none of that matters there as he strikes out looking. Cooper Pratt, who walked last time up. First pitch, Cooper Pratt grounds it to the third baseman. Out at first, runner goes to second, and it'll be Garland coming up to the plate. Garland 0 for 1, hit into a double play, of course, last time up. This time it's into left field, but it's going to be caught, and that'll do it for the top of the third. Acree to face Watson, who is batting 252. It is a 2-2 pitch, and that is into left center, sort of more center field, but there must have been a shift on there. And their first hit of the game is a leadoff double. And let's hope that that doesn't lead to anything more. It is Ethan Salas now, batting 265. It's a 1-1 pitch. That's into right field. It's going to drop in. So back-to-back hits. Patterson will keep the runner at third, but none out runners at the corners. And Encarnacion to the plate, batting 273 and in a hot streak. An 0-1 pitch. A ground ball. Is it going to be a double play? It is just one. It opens the scoring as well. And we have runner at first, one away, and Willie back to the plate, 0 for 1. And he draws a walk, so 2 on, 1 out. Acree feeling a bit of pressure here, isn't he? Ramirez, who's 0 for 1, steps in, a 3-0. And that is through. Is that going to score a run? De Leon, no, but it loads the bases with 1 away. And this is a big test now on young Acree, isn't it? He's going to face Smigelski, who's 0 for 1. It's a 1-1 pitch. It is into left center field. That will, in all likelihood, clear the bases. It'll be 4-0. And if we do... Oh, no, it's only going to score 2. But if we do face this team in a World Series, you would begin to fear for the worst, wouldn't you? Acree to face Osorio. Maybe the one shining hope of light would be if they were a team that hasn't been in the postseason before. Maybe they'll do what we tend to do and freeze. But that might be wishful thinking. So Acree, in the end, has only given up 3 runs there. So we're 3-0 down. That could have been a lot worse. And McQuaid will lead us off 0 for 1 today. A 3-1 pitch. And McQuaid with a pitcher killer up the middle. So it's a leadoff single. So that's going to bring De La Cruz in now. He's 1 for 1 today. It's another 3-1. De La Cruz draws a walk. So tying run to the plate with none out. The tying run is Bracefield. And he's 0 for 1 today. It's an 0-2 pitch. Bracefield strikes out. That'll bring Patterson to the plate, who's 0 for 1. A full count on him. Bobby Patterson into left field. That's going to drop in. And is it going to score McQuaid? No, but it loads the bases with 1 out. It extends his on-base streak to 10 games. And Namala now, 0 for 1 today. A 1-0 pitch. Namala into center field. It's going to be caught. It should be deep enough to score McQuaid, though. It's not deep enough to score McQuaid. And we get nothing. Santander comes in, a 2-1 pitch. And that is to Garland and 1 away. Watson will come to the plate now. He is 1 for 1 today. A 2-2 pitch. And that is into left field. It is caught out there by McQuaid. And that is 2 away. And it brings in Salas, who is 1 for 1. And annoyingly threw out McQuaid at the plate, of course. And that is into right field. Patterson goes back across, makes the catch, ends the 4th. But we are still 3-0 down. Ballesteros, who's 1 for 1. A 0-2 pitch. Ballesteros grounds it to the first baseman, 1 away. In will come De Leon, who's 0 for 1. A 1-2 pitch. And De Leon will be still looking to keep that hit streak of his alive. So he is out for 2 down. Cooper Pratt, who's 0 for 1 with a walk. It's a 2-0 pitch. And Cooper Pratt into right field. That's going to drop in for a 2-out single. We need to be getting these hits, these base runners, with less outs than 2, don't we? Judy Garland, 0 for 2. Come on, Mickey. He strikes out, and that'll end the top of the 5th. And it is still 3-0. And Carcione will come in. He is 0 for 1. Does have an RBI, though. It's an 0-2 pitch. And that is popped up into left field. McQuaid comes in, makes the catch. That is 1 away. It'll be Willie. 0 for 1. First pitch swing. And there's a ground ball. Namala has it over to Garland. That is 2 down. And it'll bring up Ramirez, who's 1 for 2 now. An 0-2 pitch. Can Acree finish him off? Yes, he can. And we are through 5. 3-0 down. In comes McQuaid, 1 for 2. It's a 2-1 pitch. McQuaid, that's a good one into left field. So he has himself a leadoff single. Alright, can Dela Cruz get something going for us now? A new man on the mound. It's a right-hander as well, Brian Hernandez. Let's see if we can rip into their bullpen. First pitch swing. Does he serve up a nice, juicy first pitch? No, he does not. And that is a double play. Unbelievable. Bracefield with 2 out, none on. A 1-0. Bracefield gets a decent piece of it, but centre field is there. And that'll end the top of the 6th. I mean, we're out hitting them. It's one of these frustrating ones, isn't it? It is Smigelski who got the 2 RBIs across last time up. This time he pops it up into right field. That'll be caught by Patterson for 1 away. Azorio, he's 0 for 2. It's a 2-1 pitch. And that is a ground ball for Garland, who will take the base himself for 2 down. And it is Zawinski. Full count on him. And back up the middle. Namala has it over to first, and that'll end the 6th. Yeah, I mean, we had a chance, didn't we, in the 4th and scored nothing. They got their 3, and that is literally, I mean, obviously it's a difference in the game, but you know what I mean, if it had gone the other way, it could be a very, very different looking baseball game, this one. But Patterson starts off with a walk, brings Namala to the plate, who's 0 for 2. It's an 0-2 pitch on him. Namala was about an hour late on that one. That is 1 down. Ballesteros now, who's 1 for 2. A 1-1. There goes the runner, and it is a stolen base for Patterson. Alright, can we drive in something here, Ballesteros? It's a 1-2. Ballesteros strikes out. That looked inside. Yeah, he chased a bad pitch. How bad? Oh, look at... Oh, no, 4. So that wasn't terrible. It brings De Leon in. Let's see what he can do. A 1-2 pitch. De Leon strikes out as well. And we will stretch 3-0 down. And, yeah, it's a quick one, this one, isn't it? Alright, welcome back. Acree continues into the 7th. He's going to face Santander, who is 0 for 2. It's a first pitch swing. And it is popped up. And it'll be caught by McQuaid for 1 away. Alright, it's Acree to Watson now, who's 1 for 2. Another 1-2 pitch. And a strikeout for Jake Acree. I've got to say, is just impressing me so much this season. Salas, who is 1 for 2. An 0-1 pitch. And that is a ground ball. Dela Cruz over to Garland. And that'll do it for the 7th. He's given up 4 hits. I mean, the kid does not deserve to be losing this game. Cooper Pratt will face Hernandez. Now, ideally now, actually, we would sub out Pratt for Watson. But he's got himself a leadoff walk. And it is only 3 runs. You know, it can change very quickly. Noel Vela will come in for them. ERA of 2.44 for him this season. He's going to face Vlad, who's pinch hitting for Garland. Vlad is, where are we? He's batting 293 this season. It's a 2-1 pitch. Easy to double play. I mean, Garland can do that. McQuaid. He's 2 for 3. A 1-2 pitch. And that'll do it for that. Acree going into the 8th now. A 1-0 pitch. And that is popped up. How much stamina does this kid have left? He's surely can't. So that'll do it. So he's gone 7.1 inning, 4 hits, 3 runs. That's a really good outing, isn't it? Pinto will come in for us now. ERA of 1.85 for him this season. It's going to start with a walk, it looks like, with a 3-1 pitch. No, he grounds it to the third baseman. And Dela Cruz to... Did Vlad stay in the game? He did. And that is 2 away in for Ramirez now, who is 1 for 3. It's a 1-2 pitch. And that'll do it for that. So we'll go and bat in the 9th. We need 3 runs to keep this one alive. It is Bo Caffers. Let's go with that. ERA of 250 for him this season. Going to face Dela Cruz, Bracefield, and Patterson. Full count on Dela Cruz. Come on, Ellie. Oh, he strikes out, and that might have been low as well, was it? No, it was in there. Bracefield now, who's 0 for 3. A full count on him. Bracefield gets onto 1. That is into left centre field and should be at least a double. Mace is not the fastest, and he does indeed stop at second. So 1 out. Runner at second. Tying run on deck. Patterson at the plate. He is 1 for 2. It's an 0-1 pitch. Patterson. No, that's going to be caught. So we're down to our final out. And it will be Namala. He is 0 for 3. Come on, Arjun. It's a 1-0 pitch. Arjun, Namala. It drops in. Is Bracefield going to come around and score? No. Tying run at the plate. And it is Moises Ballesteros. He is 1 for 3. It's a first pitch swing. Ballesteros pops it up into foul territory. And what an anticlimax way to finish a game. And we've been shut out by the A's. So I think we've been hard done by on that one, if I'm honest. That doesn't feel like a game that we deserve to lose. I mean, obviously there's no draws in baseball, but yeah, I feel like we could have done a little bit better there. You know, we out-hit them. Acree did brilliantly. And yeah, we just fell a little bit short. Now, we are 33 games away from clinching the division. I don't know that there's too much sense in dragging out this regular season. If we go to September, we can come back. Do we just come back to try and clinch it, I wonder? There does not much sense, I don't think, to do anything else. So we'll come back around, hopefully around Washington, New York, somewhere around there. And yeah, wrap up this division, assuming that we're going to do just that. And look forward to the postseason, where we will no doubt, as you've said in the comments and Discord, get swept in the first series and have to start again. Take care.